This room right here, we just started a remodel. It's going to be dedicated to the art or the science of the seance and whatever.
Okay.
When we started working on this is when the last guy I was telling you about had some issues. And if you're here by yourself and walk past here, it looks like somebody's in here.
In this one,
it's
yeah, okay.
Really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one of the rooms I had trouble with, so it's probably the one I just warn you, just keep an eye out. It looked like a man to me, so, but I don't know if we're helping it with construction and bringing stuff in here, you know, on the occult and stuff.
Right.
But, yeah, this is one to check out, and all the windows, if you notice, are blocked out.
Yes.
That's not for the investigators. That's to keep the people from looking in and
Yeah.
calling the police. Because in the past, they would think they'd see somebody in the house, and they're just helping me.
Right.
So they would call the police thinking somebody broke in. I don't know what they're saying. I had an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe you're doing this all by yourself.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Porch. Keep an eye out on the porch if you can too. I had some people that weren't ghost hunters.
No, we're not gonna be able to see.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Said they kept seeing somebody in there too, kind of like in there.
Okay.
And just thought I'd let you know. That's why I put the curtains up if you can see too.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah, and sorry.
It's okay.
But you'll hear a lot of voices in this section.
Okay.
And it does sound like a conversation. So just a warning on that. And I won't elaborate on it, I won't bore your audience, but the conversation is bizarre. And if you get lucky and you hear that tonight, please let me know. We were working in that room, we just came out of it, and me and another guy, it sounded like people were whispering. I mean, not at a distance, not outside, like within a few feet. And we've had people say they hear it in here, but I won't say any more on it. Just see what you think the conversation is. Okay. It will be, if you hear it, it'll be alarming.
Yes.
So, okay. You don't want me to say, I'll give you a hint on what.
Is it chanting?
How did you know?
It was just a guess. I'm sorry.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I just assumed because I know that you were having problems with the occult, or that I know that was one of the things that they were saying was part of the reason why something was here was because of rituals.
Good observation.
Yeah, so
okay.
I would assume it would be some sort of chanting.
I don't know what it was. It's you'll hear like a chatter between. Then it's like they're going into some kind of a song or something like that.
Okay.
Oh God, that's not good. That'll make you grab your saws and leave immediately. Okay, we'll sneak around now.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and this room has been really problematic. I mean, really an issue.
Now, is this house a duplex? Is it two?
No, originally it was not. And then later it was turned into a boarding house.
Okay.
And this was a long time ago. But yes, to answer your question in a nutshell, later on it became one. And yeah, there's the blue room right there.
The blue room?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's
It definitely feels a lot different than the rest of the house.
yeah, this room.
Back on this side.
Okay.
And my camera's not.
Oh,
there we go. I got it.
you got it.
Yeah.
If your equipment does something funny, like I don't ghost hunt, I don't do any of that. But when we're working on equipment, and just recently it happened, my lights went out for a second and came on. It was in the other room.
Oh, yeah.
And no big deal. It could have been a glitch outside, but all of us kind of got to, we got to go. It's coming.
Yeah.
What later dawned on me was I had a flashlight, a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Not flashlight, battery powered light. And that went off with the plug-in light because the room went dark for a second. That was alarming. So So, and the reason I know that was when we were leaving, I pulled the light that was powered by the outlet. That room was still lit up.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. So, and yeah, back to this room, there was a tragedy in here. You probably know a little bit about that. I won't get into the details on this one. And this is the one that has the most bad issues.
Yeah.
How's that? And then we got this room here recently. You probably heard the chatter, the complaints on this room here. Pardon the prop. That was from a Halloween thing.
Oh.
Yeah. The family wanted to have a Halloween party in here every year because they thought it's haunted, it's cool, but it backfired a few years ago, so we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, sometimes creating that scare factor kind of makes things happen a little bit more.
Then family members thinking something
Yeah.
went home with them, and that's no longer fun, and so we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And when people say they've been scratched and touched, for everybody out there, that I am an idiot because I don't do this stuff, and I said that's psychological. Nobody's getting touched, nobody's getting scratched, it's all in their head. I was in here about 3 years ago working on that sump pump, and I felt something touch the back of my neck. Not a scratch like you see on TV, it never did that. It felt like, now I'm not saying this it really felt like 3 long fingernails gently picking something off my neck.
Oh.
Like I had some. And I jumped thinking it was a wire.
What? Right.
Yeah, and I've done that 100 times. I know there wasn't a wire hanging there. And I was by myself. And that just, oh man.
Yeah.
I had to get a bead on things just to get up and get out. But it was gentle, but it had pressure. Just like a quick, didn't leave a mark. But oh my God. What was standing
I know,
behind me?
I bet that would be really, really creepy.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad. That's the only time it's happened. I've been in here hundreds of times, and that caught me off guard so bad. So now I'm always on edge.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, you're braver than me.
Now that we've been walking in here for a little bit, I'm a little bit more comfortable.
Okay. Just if you could, if you're in here and you feel a change, I hear people say that.
Yeah.
They're comfortable, and all of a sudden it goes not comfortable.
Not comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Jumping on things change sometimes.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that you're very reluctant to.
Well.
Oh, dolls.
Yeah. The dolls. They started bringing dolls in here a while back.
Some people do that. They bring dolls in, and sometimes they bring money, or
well,
you know.
There was probably, it's a high probability there was a suicide in here. And it was in this room based on what we can figure out. And she probably hung herself on the old fixtures.
Yeah.
And it was a long time ago.
That's terrible.
And I think they confused it with the child's room. Or it's either the Google Earth photograph that was taken in the 90s, or no, not 90s, 2005. But anyways, as they pass by, it does look like a woman in the room.
Oh, really?
A child. Yeah, and I've heard people say, hey, you host that. How would you Google Earth's going to come
They
by?
have a car. How would you know? Yeah. Okay, so if you look on Google Earth.
Yes, it was the old one.
The old one. Okay, so not the new one.
Yeah, and some of them, I think somebody still got it. They said
okay, I'll have to look at. I'll have to see if I can find it.
Yeah, I had no clue what they're singing on that. But this room, as you can see, they really gravitate toward this room. And and the occult wasn't downstairs, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But the practice, based on what I'm being told, was up here. And one of the individuals did reach out to us a few years ago and apologized.
Yeah.
I think this individual felt they were the cause of all
of everything.
but
yeah.
The guy didn't know the history. He just thought, he heard from the time they were here, then all the bad stuff, and just real apologetic. Thought they done something and let something loose.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that might. Sometimes that's not overly your intention.
Well, I think they were kids. They were teenagers.
Too, yeah.
This is a long time ago. Everybody says, "Oh, this was in the '90s," and no, it wasn't. This is, I think, back in the '70s or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were seeing again people walk past the windows. There used to be a house there, and that guy swears I had a lady living here. I've never had anybody living here. He was really shocked when he realized.
He was like, who's that lady? There's nobody here.
That bothers me because a lady passed away.
In that room too, yeah.
And there's a small little bedroom. I thought I seen my brother come into
this one.
He walked up the stairs and just did a quick turn, and I was just sitting right there. Not out of the corner of my eyes. It was a figure. And then they photographed the one I was telling you about, was right about where you were standing.
Right here.
But they were all the way back here, and it did look like a person standing there.
Okay.
Transparent. Yeah, you could see right now. It's going to be hard with all the weird stuff that goes on, and the way out is a lot longer now.
Yeah.
So, and the last time I thought I seen my brother down at the end of the hall, I went out the bathroom window. Now I'm too old to go out the bathroom window now, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit more difficult.
Man, it's going to be tough. I know I missed out on something that you may want to know. I just keep thinking of it.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
You did great.
Okay, thank you.
You did good.
And will you be careful?
Yes, I will be careful.
Thank you. Come in here. The last guy I got's in the hospital right now, and I've got nobody coming in. And sometimes you'll set stuff up, and it stays that way for weeks. Then you'll come back in, and then it gets all moved around. And with you here, it's, with two, it's okay.
Yeah.
But by yourself, it really.
Yeah, it messes with your head.
Yeah,
You're
it
like,
does. It really does. I'm going to set more cameras up and see if I can. We had cameras in here one time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, that.
How did that go?
That didn't go good. My wife didn't like that at all.
Is it because you were seeing stuff that she didn't like, or?
On rare occasions, the camera would notify us there's an intruder.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was like an alarm kind of system kind of thing.
And then I'd get on the camera and there's nothing there, and it's filming something. And then one time the camera moved, and I thought maybe we bumped it, but when you touch it, it sets off the system.
Yeah.
I don't know, just bizarre things like that. And it's scary. So, we had the camera system systematically go off one night, and I was convinced I was an intruder.
Yeah.
Camera 1 says, hey, we're getting ready to record, we got something. Camera 2 comes on, says, we got something, we're good. Camera 3 comes on, it's like, we got somebody that just walked around.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I thought I heard like a moan for a second. Did you hear it too, or was that just me?
No, I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it.
I don't want
Okay.
to hear it.
I thought I heard something.
Did you really?
Yeah, just now. That's why I told you.
I wish some of the guys, I know you've investigated this, you don't need to hear the stories, but I had a guy in here with me who was talking about something else, and oh my God, to hear that stuff so close sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody thinks, well, that's outside. No, if me and you are here and we hear something whisper in this room we can't see, that's an issue. That's an issue. Acoustically, it came from this room. At least it appeared to.
A lot of the times you can tell the difference too.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah, when you've been doing it for so long too, you'll be like, oh, was that?
Well, I'll tell you how bad it was. He jumped.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it was his phone. I thought something was going on with his phone, and he started slapping his ear. And I heard it. It sounded like a woman screaming, but like you turn the volume down.
Oh, yeah.
And screaming hysterically, and I kind of just started to lean, look behind him. What was your phone doing?
Like, what is it? Yeah.
And he's jumping and smacking his ear, saying, "Oh my God, a woman just screamed in my ear."
And you're like, I heard that too. That's crazy.
Right there in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he was here. He could tell you about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that. So, man, good luck tonight.
Yes, and I'll definitely text you and let you know. Yeah.
Please let me know that you made it okay.
Yes.
That you got home okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because we've had a lot of accidents. Oh my God. People leaving here or coming to here. I reached out to other people that own places like this to say, hey, is this common? Are they just tired? Should I do something different?
I don't think that it's very common.
No, they told me it's not common.
You know what's really weird? I thought about that on the way here too.
Yeah.
Because I'm a really, really big fan of Bobby Mackey's.
Okay.
I've never been to Bobby Mackey's.
Okay.
But now that I live close, I want to go, but I don't want to go by myself. And I remember watching the episode for, I think it was Ghost Adventures, and they wanted to bring a priest in, and he got into a car accident on the way there, like a really bad one. And I was
Probably
thinking,
the sign saying.
yeah, And I was thinking, like, that's really weird. And I was like, because I was talking to my friend about this place earlier today. And I was like, yeah, I hear it's really negative. And I was like, I've never really done too negative of things. And then I was kind of thinking that on the way here about that. So that's,
I don't like to use the word negative because I own the place.
Right.
But at the same time, it's not happy. It's just not the stuff. I'd rather people say, yeah, we got some weird stuff, we gotta get that and leave. But then it's like, no, they didn't make it home, they were in an accident. They didn't make it here, they were in an accident. Okay, coincidence? 6, 7, 8 times.
Yeah, I know, that's really weird.
Oh, and one last thing, I want to let you go. The attachment things, I said that wasn't real. That's got to be psychological, like I said about the scratching thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my wife that because she was getting nervous because she handles the communication. That people are saying, whoa, 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 we left your place. Now I've got problems at my house. Is this common? And then she's getting worried because I come in, she doesn't come in here anymore.
Oh, really?
No, she hasn't been in here in a long time. And I told her that that's not real, not bashing anybody that says.
Right.
And I'll be damned if I was doing paperwork in our house. This has been a couple years ago, and I thought I heard her come in to the house. And I got up, even the cats reacted. They all ran out like they normally do. She just got off work, so I jogged on in there to see, say hi. She wasn't there. And I looked out in the driveway, and the car's not there, and I thought, uh-oh.
She's not even home.
Really loud. And my house don't make sounds. I didn't see anything. I didn't want to alarm her. I'll figure this out. And then she said she thought she heard me come in maybe 2 weeks later, or stirring around in the house. And she said she's terrified I wasn't at the house.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And she went to bed early one night, and this all happened within a 3-week span, and I heard the loudest commotion upstairs, furniture-like sounds, and I jumped up real quick like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But I froze because I thought she heard it, and I was waiting to see her.
You're waiting to see,
She didn't, so I snuck upstairs.
You were like, let's go see what's...
Yeah, I checked, nothing was out of place. I don't know what I heard, but it was not so. It wasn't.
Right.
It was something moved and was being shoved around. I see nothing out of place. It did, whatever it was, disappeared. So as far as me being an idiot and saying those things, I need to watch what I say when I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. So that never happened again. Yeah. At the house.
Yeah. I think it just wanted to prove that, hey, I could if I wanted to.
Yeah, I hope so. I got another explanation from two. You've probably seen them. I don't know about psychics, but they said, oh no, it was looking for vulnerability.
They do that sometimes too.
I said, oh, thanks. So it was something ugly at my house looking for a weakness to get in me.
Right. A lot of the times they'll try to seek some sort of negativity.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
And they feed off of that, because that's what happened with my attachment.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was so terrified of it that it just kept feeding it to the point where it was saying my name. It was breathing on me, and
see, that would be too much for me.
And it was very scary, and it just kept happening because I was so scared of it, and it would like, and I was also going through a lot of things. I was in high school, and I had
So it was trying to take advantage of the situation.
And I had a boyfriend that I didn't want to be with. He was very verbally abusive. Okay. And it just
kept using that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I had to get rid of that.
Be careful in here.
Yes.
That's a problem. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm not into this. It's all, I can take a guess, but that was me.
I was going to say, was that your foot?
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought.
I'm going to say it was. But yeah, just be careful. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll definitely text you and let you know.
And on a side note, I had a guy come here, don't know who he was. He just seen it on TV, wanted to take a walk around. I said, sure, I was here.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, walk around.
He walked around, left, and he got a hold of me a few days later and said, he thanked me. He said, no, your house isn't evil, it's beautiful. Yeah. And he says, long story short, he says he has a depression issue all his life. And that he was suicidal. And he was okay. He said he had it under control.
Yeah.
But he was constantly being pushed, he said. And he was trying to explain to me about that because he was seeing doctors on it.
Yeah.
And he said after he walked through here, gone.
Really?
Yeah, he said whatever was here took it away.
Took it away.
No. Whatever was here, whatever was stuck with him, decided
to come
stay.
here. Yeah.
That bothered me. I was like happy for him, but I sat there downstairs thinking, oh
You
my
were like,
God,
I can't
got a
believe you did
different,
that.
Yeah, interpretation of this. This place is a black hole, and anything negative likes it.
Yeah.
And it stays. So be careful
Yes.
tonight.
I'll be careful.
I want to say it's okay. It's just a little kid running around. Maybe. I hope it's not a little kid running around.
That'd be probably even creepier.
Yeah, I don't even want to think of a child being lost in here.
No.
There's no lost child in here. Good luck tonight. Thank you
Yes.
for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let me know when you make it home too.
Yes.
So.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Alright, so I'm just about to do stuff in the blue room. I'm hearing some stuff out this way, I think. smell like orange out of the corner of my eye. I don't know. At this point, I'm slightly concerned for my safety. So I don't know how much longer I can stay. I am slightly getting like headaches. While I'm inside. Anyway, I'm just trying to be really careful, trying to be really safe. But when you don't know, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do anything, and you don't know where that line is, it becomes a concern. And I'm very concerned about that. I can see why Eddie is so hesitant to just walk around. You know, at first, it was kind of like, that's really weird. But I get it. I really do. At this time, I leave my audio recorder in the living room and I retreat to the little entryway and I just sit down and I'm trying to kind of just leave the area and see if we can catch that chanting noise. Some things happened while I was sitting down and I don't know if I'll ever be able to explain what happened, but I'm gonna try to do my best to explain that to you. So I was sitting in the chair for probably about 10 to 15 minutes. And as I'm sitting down, I'm starting to become tired and then I become a little disoriented. And at one point, I think I thought that somebody touched my hair. So as I'm sitting there, I'm starting to become overwhelmed by these feelings of depression and shame, guilt, sorrow. Now, anybody that knows me knows that these are not feelings that I feel on a normal basis. They're not normal for me at all. And I'm so overwhelmed by the feeling that at one point I was about to cry. And I don't know why I was feeling those feelings. I think in my head I thought that it was possible that it could be some sort of attachment influencing the way that I was feeling at the time. Having come home and gone over the evidence, I kind of wonder if maybe the possible female who committed suicide in the upstairs bedroom was making me feel those feelings as a warning to get me to leave. I think that's, after everything that I've seen and stuff like that, I think that's more of what happened. Also, maybe it was trying to attach itself to me. I don't know. But whatever is in that house is powerful and it's old. And I don't think it wants to be bothered. So by the time I was done sitting in that chair, after I had been washed over with all of these emotions, I kind of just went, that's my cue to kind of leave. You know, I don't want to get anything worse than that. I know that things can happen. So I packed up and I left. Probably the first time I've ever had to just walk out of an investigation. I don't understand what's going on. And also there's multiple flies in my car. Look at this. Where did they go? Am I going crazy? Wait. I just seen like 3, yeah. I don't know why there's flies in my car. I don't know. I don't normally have flies in my car. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to talk about it while I'm still sitting here. I think I'm slightly worried about going home. Eric and I were talking about how sometimes people come here to visit and then they go home and they get into car accidents, and we were talking about that energy shift, and there was a major energy shift right towards the middle there, and I tried to stick it out, but it just takes, I know it's hard to explain because I'm on camera and you can't feel what I'm feeling, but it just takes so much of the energy that you have. And knowing what I know about how it can kind of manipulate the things around you, the last thing I want to do is get into an accident because I overstayed my welcome. I want to be here, but I think for my safety, I can't be here. And that's probably the first time I've ever decided that I can't stay. I don't know what else to say about that. There was just like zoning out, and I was confused. I didn't know what was happening, but I was just sitting there. There wasn't anything going on. It's definitely weird. Anyway, I hope these flies will leave my car, please. Anyway, on my way home.